This is gonna be fun to edit. Oh my god, I did not put on mascara. Pause. Hey. Hey. This is crazy. I've taken a 5-year YouTube hiatus. I don't know how I feel about it. Hey guys, it's Britt. I'm back after literally almost 5 years, and my personality traits have changed. Are we shocked? No, 5 years does a lot to ya. It's the way that the lighting is so bad. It's okay, guys. I don't even know how to introduce myself. For those of you who don't know who I am, hey, my name is Brittany. I used to do YouTube a long time ago in college. Actually, I think I started it in high school, but like I did it consistently in college with my bestie, who is still my best friend to this day. And she's actually also starting her YouTube channel back up as well, and both of us are doing it as book girlies because, you know, guys, there's this thing that happened in 2020, but we're back. But during COVID, we refound our love for reading. This is not all I own. I have a massive bookshelf across the room from me and another one to my right. I wanted to make today's video just because, you know, 2025, we're off to a great start. Didn't know I wanted to start this back up until like a couple of weeks ago. So I figured what better way to start it off than to do my what I read in January video, because today is January 31st. Today, right here, right now. I said, you know what? It's Friday. I've got nothing to do. Let's start my YouTube back up. Why not? Anyway, let's get into what I read in January, as some of you guys might be able to see by some of the painted edges. What one of them is. That's my dog Coos. He's over here in the corner. He needs to stay there though. No, but okay, that's fine. Mommy needs to get her phone though so she can see what she rated these books. Oh, it was right here. The first book I read, technically of the year and of the month, was a novel love story by Ashley Poston, however you say her name. Great author, love her. She's an auto buy for me. This one I rated a 3.75 stars. The plot was so great. Like, I was expecting a lot from this. It was very cute, very fun. I had a great time with it. It just was not my favorite. Elsie is our main character in this book, and she's in this book club, and they usually stay, like they go on a book vacation every year, but this year all of her friends couldn't go, so she decided she was going to go by herself. And then she starts driving and somehow ends up in a familiar place, which is inside of her favorite book series. This magical realism in here is like everything that I love, but I don't know, it just didn't fully hit. Again, great story, had a great time reading it, just wasn't my favorite from her. Especially after reading The 7-Year Slip first, like that was the first book I ever read from her and it was an immediate 5 stars for me. This just felt very compared to that one. The next book that I picked up, that I literally, I think 30% of the way through the book, I was like, this is gonna be a 5-star. Flawless by Elsie Silver. Absolutely incredible. The annotations, it was so good. So our female main character in this book, her name is Summer. She works for her dad. And she's kind of like a sport, like an agent, like a PR representative, if I'm remembering her title correctly. She gets assigned to this bull rider named Rhett, and he has gotten into some trouble in the public eye recently, and she needs to essentially babysit him and keep him out of trouble. You know, some 30-something-year-old man is being babysat by a 25-year-old. Sounds about right. Obviously, her dad is like, oh, but don't let him get in your pants. Well, let me tell ya, he just might. But obviously a lot happens in this book, and I just love Rhett's inner thoughts. They are so funny to me. I was so taken aback by the fact that I gave Flawless 5 stars that I continued the series and I read Heartless by Elsie Silver. Also annotated this. Now this one for me was 4.5 stars. Now it would have been 5. Would have been 5. There is a point in this book where it talks about a topic, and this is like very much unique to me, and it was a personal thing. I personally have a metaphobia, which is the fear of throwing up. So to read about somebody being sick for multiple chapters was not my personal favorite. That was a struggle for me. But if those 40 pages were not in the book, this would have been another 5-star. But this time, Rhett's older brother, Cade, needed a babysitter for the summer, or a nanny for the summer for his son. And Willa, who is Summer's best friend from the first book, also is in need of a job for the summer. So she ends up being the person to help out. And obviously you can read on from there. But yes, honestly, like I said, this would have been a 5-star. Actually, did I rate it 4 point? What did I rate it? I think I rated it, did I say 4.5? See, I have terrible memory, guys. I think it was a 4.5. Yeah, 4.5. Moving on. The next book that I read in January was The Dead Romantics. Oh, by none other than Ashley Poston, however you want to say it, up to your interpretation. After how A Novel Love Story went for me, I did not like think to annotate this one. However, this one was so cute. So our FMC in this book, Florence Day, is actually a ghostwriter for a popular author in this book. I don't want to say too much on that because that's a whole nother plot line to the story. However, there is this super attractive man who is her editor, but he ends up kicking rocks, and she can actually see dead people and talk to them. So that's kind of like a brief premise of the book. I don't know if that intrigues anybody. It intrigued me. Now, I gave this book 4 stars. Why? I loved it. Loved it. Had a great time. I thought it could do more, but I liked it a lot better than A Novel Love Story. Will I buy every book that this author writes? Yes. I just have such a good time with the magical realism. Is that just me? Ooh, baby! Let's get into the next book that I read in January. Onyx Storm by none other than Rebecca Yarros. I read Fourth Wing in 2023. Loved it. Fell in love with her. Iron Flame came along. I personally loved that book. Read that book in 2024. I had a great time with it. I know there was a lot of people that had mixed reviews, but I gave both Fourth Wing and Iron Flame 5 stars because I thought they deserved it. This book, if 6 stars was a thing, immediate yes. This so far is the best book in the series. I don't want to talk too much about it for those who haven't read Fourth Wing and Iron Flame, but let me just say, It goes down in this book. I wish I didn't work 3 jobs because I would have read this in a day. Gosh, just the characters that you know and love just continue to get better and better. This book, I cannot recommend this series enough for those of you who are going back and forth between reading it, picking it up. Do it. Just pick it up. Like, literally one of my favorite series ever. Ever. The end of this book, for those of you that know, you know, I was staring at the wall. That's all. I don't know if I can say this on here, but WTF. I probably wrote that in like 30 times in this book. Pick her up. That's all I have to say. She was an immediate 5 stars. Wow, this is what we were all waiting for. Now we have to wait, Lord knows how long, for book 4. But all I know is when book 4 comes along, I'm scared. Anyway, the last book that I started in January. Don't know how I'm feeling about it thus far. I'm on chapter 6. Is Accidentally Amy by Lynn Painter. Nobody told me that it was a republish, and I'm dumb. And so I started listening to the audiobook. Then, because I do that a lot with my job, I can listen to audiobooks during the day and then physically read it like at home. I started the audiobook. Come to find out, the audiobook is based off of the 2022 version of this. So now it's like I have to pick like audiobook or physical copy because they're different. We will see. We will find out, I guess. But yes, so this is the stack of books that that was the most awkward smile. This is what I read in January. Let's do Brittany's February TBR. I'm gonna pick 5 because I actually completed 5 books this past month, and this is actually a really busy month for me. So I'm thinking we pick 5 books, which I already have picked 2 before I was planning on filming this. I already started 1, but I'm gonna count it towards February because I'm only 50 pages in, which of course I'm way farther than the other one, so I don't even know why I mentioned that book. But I had to jump into something after I finished Onyx Storm. Like, I had to do it. So I picked up The Only One Left by Riley Sager. So far, I'm only 52 pages in, but I'm hooked. Everybody is suspicious. Basically, this person, Lenora Hope, is believed to have murdered her entire family in like 1929. Yes. But now it is 1983 and she old. And now she needs a caretaker. So our female main character, Kit, has now been assigned to be her caretaker. However, I've learned that there was some other things that she did at her previous job that got her, like her previous like person that she had to watch or take care of, that got her suspended. But now this is her like coming back. So they've put, her job has like put her at this specific lady's home as like a punishment almost. The second book that I have already determined that I would like to read in February is Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. I have had this book for years, literal years. I think I bought it in like 21 or 22. Like, but big books like this used to scare me, and then I read the Fourth Wing series. So now they don't scare me anymore. I definitely would like to read this in February. I thought it may be fun to do the last 3 with my TBR jar that I made last year, but I've never gotten to really use it. So why not use it today, am I right? Oh yeah, also the shelves behind me, I have read none of these. I've only read all of the books that are over on the other shelves that are not in this picture. So I guess this is all my TBR. It is. It's not a guess. I'm just trying to make myself feel better. Okay, first. One of three. A book with your favorite color on the front. Well, that's green. I like a sage green. Where is my green? I also have, am I sitting in front of it? I am. All right, well, let's look down here. Oh, I also have stuff up there. Let me not be dumb. Are you gonna, okay, you gonna help me pick out a book? Oh, I also have Fear the Flames. Do I want to read that though, like the month after I read Onyx Storm? I don't know. Huh. I really don't have green books. I've seen a lot about this, but it scares me because sometimes these books end up being too long and there's not a lot of context. We're just gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. Collide. We're gonna go Collide. Oh, by an author I can't pronounce. Guys, of course I do this. But yeah, we'll go with this for a book in my favorite color, which it is light green. It is like a sage green. I say let's do it. Let's do it. All right, next one. I hated every second of that. Oh, obviously green's my favorite color. It's literally the color of the note cards that I used. A romance novel. Well, I already have two on my TBR. Let's add a third. Why not? Do I read Powerless? Do I read Powerless? Do I read Powerless? I know it's like technically another hockey romance, but it's in this Chestnut Springs series. But I think I gotta do it. I think I gotta read Powerless. Last one to add to the TBR for February. Actually, February is only 28 days. I'm being very ambitious reading 5 books with the schedule that I have. A book with multiple POVs. You can't see that. Oh, you can. Multiple POVs. Okay. I think. Does this have multiple POVs? Nope. This is not multi-POV. That's unfortunate. Is this multiple POV? Oh, it is. Yes, Lachlan and Lark. Yes, okay. This has dual POV. I think we're gonna go with this. Butcher and Blackbird, I think I rated like a 4-star. It wasn't like my all-time fave, but it was entertaining. She was entertaining. So you know what? And I think the third one comes out this month. February 11th. Oh, it comes out in literally 12 days. Crazy. Yeah, so this one needs to go on there so that way I don't feel bad about buying the third book in a couple weeks. This is the February TBR. We have Leather and Lark, Powerless, Collide, Things We Never Got Over, and the one that I've already started, the only one left. I think we have a great February TBR, in my opinion. This has been a very fun time, very interesting to be back. I'm gonna link all of like my Instagrams, Goodreads, Fable, all the things in the description. Please subscribe. I was terrified to do this again because now I'm not in my teens anymore. I'm 26. Scary. If you guys enjoyed, please subscribe. Stay tuned. I know that I'm also gonna link my bestie boo, Lana, also in the description. She's gonna be coming out with some book content soon, and I hope to see you guys back here for my next video. Bye!